Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers subscription service. So this is the exclusive figure for Collectors Club members only. This is Shattered Glass Starscream from 2017. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look at the accessories that come with him to help you know if yours is complete. We'll do some comparisons with him and, funnily enough, another Shattered Glass Starscream figure. We'll see how he displays with other Shattered Glass figures, including some of the newer ones and indeed some of the older ones like himself. And we can also do, unfortunately, even though he's still packaged, a quick comparison with him and the original owner of this mould. So as you can see, quite a bit to get through with this video. So as I bring them down and out of the way, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. So for those of you not seen him before, and maybe that's because you might be new to collecting or whatever, or weren't aware of the Transformers Collectors Club. Now, unfortunately, this is something that stopped a few years ago now, and they used to do this thing called a subscription service, which was basically where you could pay pretty much made to order figures. So they'd come up with these figures. This, I think, was, this was from the service number 5. So this was from the 5th year, the 5th wave of it. And what it enabled people to do was to order the figures like these, and you'd pay a premium of them, obviously, because as you've just seen, this is a redeco of the skydive mold, but they would deco them up, and sometimes you get characters that weren't released at all, and other times you get special ones like this. So articulation wise, of course, his head will spin all the way around and look up and down. The detail on the head is brilliant, to be honest, really detailed. The shoulders will go, well, yeah, they go all around at the top part. This is mainly for transformation purposes. We've got bicep flexion, we've got swivel there. There's no wrist movement, you can see that there. There is in fact a waist swivel as well, even though it doesn't need it. And there is of course a knee rock, and unfortunately there's no ankle tilt or rock at all. But it's just a great little figure. It came packaged, unfortunately, I suppose, in what we would now class as a Generation Select box. Just a standard black cardboard shipping carton, something a little similar to this, but to be honest, it wouldn't even have anything written on it. It'd just be like that, and it'd be shipped inside. Now, the accessories that come with him is this twin blaster here. So again, these are just redecos. This is nice though. This is some translucent red plastic. It's lovely. And of course, because he's based on what's known as a Combiner Wars figure, he can also not only be a jet, he can be any limb. So he can be an arm, very simply by just turning this, as you can see, into a hand. If I fold this up now, that would, when you attach it to him, I'll show you these in more detail in a second. Or indeed, if you fold this out, it can be a foot or a leg limb. So figure itself, as you say, it looks good. Let's just do one quick comparison before we change him into his jet mode. This is the most recent version of Shattered Glass Starscream, and of course this is what's known as a Voyage class size, and this is what's known as Deluxe, hence why he's much bigger. Unfortunately, this guy, same as the other ones, is starting, as you can see, to go a little bit yellow there, which isn't good. And again, I didn't even notice until I pulled him off the shelf to do this video, in all honesty. This is the main connector there, so this is what's super important. So if you wanted, as I say, him to be a leg limb, what you would do is we just condense the legs. So we're going to fold these back into themselves like so. Let's make sure this goes in there. That's it, that'll clip there. This will then clip over the top. Same here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. This is why I loved Combiner Wars, to be honest. It was pretty much exactly like Scramble City, which was the first 4 combiners in G1. And the clues in the title, it meant that you could scramble them all up, and they could be literally, what's the word I'm after? Limbs. Any limbs, it's up to you how you wanted it. Now, the arm, I suppose you can attach it there. I think, to be all in honesty, it doesn't go there. It may do, but I'm just going to pop that there. And as I say, we'd spin this around. I should not have done that first. It's been ages since I've done this. That would attach to the main character's foot. And there he is as a leg. Great little gimmick. Perfect. In fact, what we'll do is we'll go from this into jet mode because it's near enough done. So separate this again. Just fold this around. Turn the head round as well, just to disguise. lift the jet bit off, bring it over the front, click it down, fold these down like so, and then fold the tail fins down. So there is the alternate mode, which again, it's great. Look at it, lovely detail. Very much in some ways, like I suppose, well it is, it's exactly the same as the G1 Jetfire toy colour scheme, but obviously a different jet. So with regards to the weapons, it's a bit of a shame he's only got the one, so you could obviously attach that there, which doesn't look that great obviously. And then the same for this, you could probably attach this one under here. And again, I'm not gonna lie, I always say things as I see them, it doesn't really look that great because they don't match, they don't go. So I suppose the best way to do it would be to put this here, and again that looks a little bit better, as you can see. But to be honest, no. And I think if you are going to have this figure, it's definitely either going to be combined or it's going to be back in robot mode. So as we go back into robot mode, let's show you how he can be. And this is what I'll probably mess up in all honesty, because I've not done this in ages and I wasn't even planning on doing it, but I'm going to do it now anyway. So we're going to bring this back. I'm going to see if I can show you him as an arm. So what we need to do is fold this down, bring this over. So that's got a cutout there, attach that clip into there. If you want to see just the transformation process, that's going to be separately uploaded as well, so you haven't got to watch the whole review. So there is that. This would then, again, you'd fold this back like so, turn that around, that would be attached. And then this is where we've got to fold this back, and this is where I'll probably get it wrong because I've not done it in absolutely ages. I will correct myself if I can't work it out. And what I need to do, there you go, something's very similar to that. Fold the arm up and that would connect in. This would of course then be the fist, and what we would do is exactly this. We need to bring the hands out and spin this around. Oh, it's not going. That's better. There we go, spin it around, and as you can see, there would be your arm for a combiner. There's your fingers, straighten it back up. And indeed, you could of course hold onto his weapon, even though it would look really small in a huge combiner's arm. But there you go. Perhaps that should have been the other way around actually on that tab. Anyway, let's take him back to the robot mode for the final time, just to do some more comparisons with him. Yes, I'm sure you probably leave me a comment if I've got that wrong. To be honest, I wasn't even going to do that as part of this video, but I thought I might as well show you all the limbs whilst we're here. I just wanted to mainly show you, as you can see, the robot mode. There he is. I'm going to pop this gun in there, and I suppose if you wanted to, you could perhaps store that in the back and it would be out of the way. Pop it in there, he says. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pop him there. We're going to see how he stands and displays with some of the newer, as I say, shattered glass figures. So this, of course, is Megatron. Do you know what? Let's bring this guy up just because he's local as well. This guy's insane. Shattered glass Magnus. He looks fantastic. I did already the comparison with this shattered glass Starscream. And then this is, funnily enough, an older figure as well. This is shattered glass Stepper, or Ricochet, as I think he's now known because they changed his name. And then finally, again, just because he's in the vicinity, we've got a shattered glass Botcon Ravage as well. So there you go. That is the predecessor to this Starscream. This is the one of the other original shattered glass Starscream figures, and this, as I said, was a subscription service from 2017 from the Collectors Club exclusive. So I hope you enjoyed looking at him. Maybe you think, because maybe a bit like me, a bit of a completionist, maybe you want to collect some more shattered glass figures as well. So if you weren't aware of him, there you are. There is a different shattered glass Starscream you perhaps want to add to your collection. Let me know if you're thinking of getting one, or indeed if you've got one in your collection as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Just very quickly then, one thing I forgot to put in, so I'm going to add it at the end, was the quick comparison with the owner of the original mould. This is, of course, Skydive, and funnily enough, this leads me to something else, that you can see how his arms are displayed in there. Now, obviously, when I've done the transformation process, I've chose to keep them down there. You can, however, if you want, bring them up out to the side, but I'm sure you'll agree, I think that just looks a bit strange. I think it looks far more in proportion if you just bring them down. They don't have to go flush against the side, but I think if you bring them down, it just looks better. Again, that's only my opinion, as I'm sure in the instructions it will say to bring them right out, but I just think it makes them look, it doesn't look right like that. Let me know what you think anyway. As I say, I'm sure that people have probably commented before they've got to the end of the video of the fact that perhaps mistransformed it, but I choose to put him like that there for a reason, and I suppose I just wanted to justify and show you that at the end. Anyway, guys, there you go. This again now definitely completes the review of Shattered Glass Starscream. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.